was asking themselves, where have I been for the past 2 months? Um, but long story short, what happened is my fan gave up on me, and because of how the infrastructure is currently, like, we do not have a strong online delivery presence. And yeah, I had to wait a whole nearly 2 months because of the pandemic. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but it is what it is. So yeah, like I said, I had to wait a whole entire 2 months for a replacement part for my fan on my laptop. And like throughout that wait and throughout not having a laptop, I learned a few things. Like, I learned and was meditating about crazy things. But I think the one that caught my attention the most was that, and I use air quotes as I say this, we always say I'm busy, but the truth is that we are distracted. It's not that we are busy. And we hide behind this, as I use air quotes, I am busy, because we are distracting ourselves from dealing with what's really going on. And what and before you chew my head off, please hear me out. This is what I think is the problem, and it's through observation, through myself as well. So it's not something I read off the internet. So we are just distracting ourselves so that we don't have something, we don't deal with what's really happening, you understand? And until that one thing that's distracting us is taken away, then we will be forced to deal with what is at hand. And it's insane. Like, it's insane to think that your phone gets taken away from you, and then now everything that you're running from, and everything you're trying to distract yourself from, comes back to you, like, full force, like with all might and power, like a tsunami. And you have to deal with it now, because I mean, you are home in this pandemic, and there's nothing to do, so you have to start addressing the elephants in the room. And yeah, when you address the elephants in the room, just take them one day at a time. Don't try to do everything like at one go. Like, take your time, understand what's happening, understand what's wrong, and understand why you have to change this. Because we all have toxic traits, but if we do not acknowledge that we have toxic traits, then we will not be able to move forward or move ahead in life. And as you are cleaning and getting the elephants out of the room, remember to be gentle, be kind. Don't be harsh with yourself, and try, I don't know, man, be very difficult. Just know that you are working on it, and you'll overcome it eventually. And I mean, if you look at this thing, we are distracted. If I am to give an example, many of us don't know how to relax. If there is no work to be done, our bodies want to work, because we have taught our bodies to want to work for the longest of time. You get 3 days off work, or 5 days off work, or you take leave, and then you spend that entire leave working. You clean the garden, you clean the house, you do a lot of things, but sit down and cultivate your spirit, cultivate your inner man. You don't spend time with yourself. You spend time doing other things. You watch TV. Like, there's a list of things that we do when we are at home, as I use air quotes, and trying to keep busy, and I don't understand it, but I mean, I've been doing it. I've been doing it as well. So yeah, it's an interesting one. But I mean, if we were truly busy, right? Like, if in all honesty, if we were truly busy, we would not have time to post that you are busy. I mean, I don't know. That makes sense to me. Like, you don't post that you are driving. You'll post later that you are on your way to, or if you have somebody to help you out, then they can take the picture and you can post it. But I don't understand why you would want to do that. Why would you want to show other people that you are busy? I mean, we all have our own lives to live and our own lives to get together. Why is it important for one to show that he or she is busy, and to prove that he or she is busy? I don't know, man. It's just the that gray area, of having social media. So like I said, right, I learned that I was distracting myself and not dealing with the issues at hand, but I had dealt with most of them. It's just a few of them that I did not have, air quotes, time to deal with them. But then time was made as soon as my fan stopped working, and everything else like started making sense, you understand? And then, like, within the second month, like halfway through the second month, I was like now doing things that make me happy, things that make me want to be me, because like I had stopped for a minute, like I've stopped for a minute, but I started, but now I'm back to normal. I am chilled. Like, I have scheduled time to go lay in the grass and daydream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I have to do it because it helps me declutter my mind. It helps me rearrange things. It helps me to plan, to plot, to work ahead of time, to have something, to achieve when I do that. And I stopped doing that mainly because, like I said, I was busy, air quotes. So it all boils down to one thing: is what is it that is keeping you busy, as I use air quotes, to not do the things that you want to do, to not heal from the things that you need to heal from. What is it that is keeping you, as I use air quotes, busy, right? Because I mean, after the sessions of me laying in the grass and like decluttering, when I come back into the house, or if I leave or something, when I come back into the house, there's so much air, like so much air that my mind is breathing in, like fresh air, that like it's no longer suffocating, you understand? Like, I mean, it's breathing properly. if a mind can breathe, it's breathing properly, and I can see it with how I make decisions, with how I view things, with how I now go about with certain things in life. Like, my mind is totally at peace. Yeah, I mean, shout out to my fan for shout out to my fan though. But yeah, I think we need to figure out what's holding us back and what's not, like what's keeping us from not doing the right things, and like as soon as I did that and started breathing fresh air, like everything changed. How I view things, how I hang around people, how I conduct myself. Like, something in me has changed, like something. It's amazing. I won't lie. It's very amazing, and I really, really like it. You know, the thing I would like to leave you with, like the final message or question, is that how long are you going to be distracted and keep telling yourself that you are busy when you have time, right? I mean, it's easier to deal with what you can on a daily basis, deal with the situations as they come, not go looking for your situations, but deal with them as they come, than pushing them under the rug and saying, one day I will do that. And one day it's gonna be like, I don't know when, but when that one day comes, everything that you've been putting in that bottle is gonna be like when you Mentos in a Coke bottle. That's what's going to happen to you. You're going to explode, right? So take the time off. It's not a lot. You can even, like, you don't have to do like a whole hour's session, just 30 seconds, 30 minutes. You can do 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, as it's in minutes, even if it's 5 minutes, just to listen to what's in your mind and what your mind is saying about a certain issue. And that will help you. Trust me, it will help you a lot. And I know that it won't be easy, but if you are willing, to do spring cleaning in your mind and get rid of certain things, like things that you really need to let go of, then you'll start living your life. Don't forget, the question that I left you with is, how long are you going to be distracted and keep yourself busy?